Good afternoon? Good evening? Ohayo gozaimasu mina? Konnichiwa? Konbanwa? 1 second. How do I swear I swear I can stream. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Genki desu ka? Mochiron genki desu. Hello, good morning. It's midnight here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. It is 7 a.m. for me in the morning. So this is really a true... It's giving me flashbacks to like when I had to wake up early for school. But hello, everyone. My name is Crunchyroll-Hime. And today, we are going to be learning some Japanese slang, some words that you might hear here and there in anime, if you ever visit Japan. And I feel like some of these words, they're very, like, catered towards young people, I would say. But, like, honestly, for a lot of these, even older people use them too. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you're all having your notebooks and your tablets and your pens and your pencils. When was the last time you all held a pencil? To be honest, I'm trying to think. When was the last time I held a pencil? Huh. I think the last time I held a pencil was... Oh god. When was the last time I held a pen? When was the last time I bought a pencil? Actually, that's a lie. I always buy stationery and I never use it. Can someone lend me a crayon? I ate mine. Oh my... Oh. I don't have a crayon? What is the appeal? What is the taste bud appeal of a crayon? Chat? Retro, how you doing? Ohayo, Jeremiah. Hello, Jing. How you doing? William, hello. Technicolor Rainbow? There's a song... I forget who it's by. Oh my god, who sings that? Forget, but they have a song called Technicolor something. Oh god, that was an incomplete thought. You know what? When I have a full thought, I will let you know. They're so colorful. Chat, my throat is like really weird right now. I feel like I've been screaming and yelling so much over the last couple of days because I told you all I went to like a Hololive amusement park and then I had the day off. But then on my day off, I met with... How many people did I met up with 3 friends at different times. So in the morning, oh my god, I met up with one friend and we were non-stop talking. And then after, like right after that, I met up with 2 other friends, and then it was also non-stop talking. So my throat right now is a little parched. So hopefully we can do this Japanese lesson with flying colors. I do have an apple juice here to help me, but have I had my morning iced coffee yet? I actually haven't, and this is the problem. But I think it's actually better because when I don't have coffee, I have more articulate thoughts. So hopefully I'll be able to go through this lesson really fast and well and good. So yeah, anyway, chat, are you ready to learn some Japanese? Some Japanese slang? This is just my what's it called? My warning, my disclaimer before I start this is that I may be making mistakes here and there for certain things. Maybe the grammar might be off, and that is just the way that language speaking goes. Is I think English grammar, a lot of people just tend to ignore it. Japanese grammar is similar. I feel like please take this all with a grain of salt, and if you go to Japan, I would say it would be really beneficial for you to learn basic sentences. This is definitely slang. This is definitely casual speech. So if you are interested, I would very much recommend learning Keigo and being polite Japanese if you really want to be able to get the best experience possible. But if you want to speak like a native speaker, or if you want to speak like a youngin, be really what's the word? In the know? Oh my gosh, I sound like such a boomer right now. I'm not. But these are just words that can just oomph up your vocab in a way that is not in textbooks. How about that? Yeah, these are words that you might not find in textbooks. So we can blame it on you? Yeah, you can actually. Anyway, alright everyone. Yokoso Nihongo time. And before we start, I have a question for everyone, and I asked this before every Japanese lesson. But how is everybody's Japanese levels? Where are you at in your Japanese learning experience? Maybe on a scale of like 0 to 10. 0 being like you have no prior knowledge, you never even heard the Japanese language. 5 being you know some phrases here and there, you actively want to learn. And 10 is like, I am taking a class, I am fully studying, I love Japanese, I want to learn the language, or I speak language. Where is everyone at right now? My levels are 1, 4, Sol, 3, Ken, okay, negative 100, oh, okay. Zom, negative 100, chat. 0. Okay, 0.56, 306. Okay, that's pretty... I've learned some. Okay, I can read the language. Okay, my level 6. I can't read it properly. Should I take notes? If you would like to, yes. Mada mada. Okay. 2, 5. Okay, cool. So the good thing is I have included Japanese. So kana. I've included the phonetic sounds of words. You know what? Let me just show you, everyone. Let's go to the first one. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have our first slang word of today. And so the way that I've kind of laid out every slide is we have our lovely word here written in kana in pink. The green is usually corresponding to the romaji, the phonetics, the English sounds of the words that you are seeing. The yellow is usually just kana examples and also like maybe the katakana or the hiragana version of the word. I've written out the phonetics of each character and then I've put the meaning here. So hopefully you can see this well, and hopefully I color coordinated everything so that it makes sense. And hopefully if you have eye strain, I'm so sorry. I tried to make this as bright as possible. I don't know if it translated well, but I hope so. Anyway, so the first word we have here is, as you can see, it says gachi. And actually, hold on, let me where's my... Hold on, I need to... One second, everyone. I'm gonna find a pen so that I can use a pen. Hold on, let me... One second. I'm gonna take this away for 2 seconds and then I'm gonna... hold on, everyone. How do I do this? I think it's this. No? Ah! Ah! I full screened! Oh my god. Okay, oh yeah, there we go. Hold on, everyone. How do I... There we go. 1 second. I'm gonna use a pencil tool so that I can do things on here. Okay, and then... Boom! Okay. There we go! Alright. So, I have my little pencil tool here. Big Anime, thank you so much for 90 months! I want... Yeah. So, yeah, gachi... Let me start. Gachi is a word that means it's basically like extremely, really, earnestly. And I'm gonna reference my Dress Up Darling a lot for this because I feel like this is very much used in like young people talk. Oh my god. I'm young too, okay, chat. I swear. And a lot of these, what you'll see is these words kind of come from like a root word, for example. So gachi is kind of the word that came from, I think it was gachinko, which means like seriously, earnestly, like with all of your heart and soul. So a lot of people, when they use gachi, they're really talking about like, oh my god, like really? Like that's kind of the way that you would use it. It's kind of like, imagine if someone was just like, oh my god, I was camping last weekend and I literally saw Bigfoot. That would be a situation where you go, eh? Gachi? Like seriously? Are you like saying that with your whole chest? So yeah, gachi is used when you're kind of like being really serious, or you need to like really confirm something. Like, are you lying to me right now? Like you're saying that with your whole entire chest and soul and might. Yeah, gachi, eh? It makes sense, yeah. So, for example, in this first sentence I have here, where it's literally just gachi, is that sentence that example I gave you where, for example, imagine you saw Bigfoot and then your friend was like, eh? Gachi? This is the face that they'd be making. They'd have their hands over their mouth. They'd be like, oh my gosh, gachi, what? Or the second example here, we have, kono anime, gachi de omoroi. Gachi de. And omoroi here, this word omoroi is another slang actually, but what you'll find, like I mentioned, is that a lot of these are like shortened abbreviation. Like, you know how in English you slur your words sometimes and you go like, what do people say? I'm trying to think of like an example, chat. Can you think of an example where like we mix words together and it kind of just like makes us like a like maybe like, yes, O5E3 from omoshiroi, which is the word for interesting or funny. So omoroi is like the same way that you'd use that. It's like funny, haha. But so it's a sentence broken down. Kono is like this. So like kono, sono, ano. Kono is this, like if I'm talking about this and I'm holding this like water bottle, I'd be kono. So kono anime, this anime, gachi de. Seriously, extremely, with my whole heart. Omoroi. It's so funny and interesting, and I'm not lying to you. I'm saying that with my whole soul. So imagine, chat, I'm like watching, I don't know, what am I watching, chat? What are you all watching? I'm watching what's showing right now? Zom 100. Yeah, I'm watching Zom 100, and I'm telling you, Zom 100, gachi de omoroi. Gachi de. So yeah. Not like glamping, it's kind of like, what's a sentence? Oh, okay. So, here's a good example, chat. In English, you know how you say like, what'ja? What'ja? When you're trying to say, what did you? What'd you do? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like, what'd you do last summer? So it's kind of that same application of like, shortening a word to make it easier to pronounce, but it has the same meaning and it's easy to understand for like really like casual talking. Because if you're talking to your boss, I mean, I think it's easier in English and I think it's easier to get away with saying like what'ja. But like if you're talking to someone in like a formal business meeting, you wouldn't be like, what'd you do last summer? You'd be like, oh, what did you do? Or what did you get up to? Or what were you doing? You know? But it's kind of like that. I'm sure there's a word for it in English too. Maybe like a contraction? Not really. I feel like a contraction is like 2 words. I would say it's more of like a slurring of words. Or a smashing of words together to make a sentence? Yeah, kind of. Informal speech in a way. Yeah. So yeah, gachi. And then another way that you can use this, you could be like, gachi de kawaikatta. Like, it was so seriously cute. It was gachi. But you'll hear this a lot. A lot of teenagers actually use this in high school. But even people in like their 20s, 30s will say gachi when they're talking to friends and stuff like that. Because it's literally just like, oh my god, like really? Like, you're being so serious right now. That's crazy. So, yeah, gachi. Did everyone implement that into their brains, chat? Because, plot twist, there's gonna be something at the end that's gonna ask you about this. Yeah. Like, seriously? Gachi? So, like, yeah, if you would, think of it in the way that you would use it grammatically, I think it's the same way you would use the word honki, which is like, also like majime ni honki de. It's like, seriously. So, I think honki is more penne, it's more polite, and gachi is definitely more like the slang, impolite, casual version. If you understand. Hime-sensei! You're welcome. Yeah. Hime-sensei. When you say gachi, is the de important? So the what's it called? The little like character for de is kind of like, what is the English translation? It would kind of be like the means of, like by, but usually when people add de after a word, it kind of adds that like ly in English. So gachi is like serious. Gachi de is like seriously. Like Yeah, and then the word honky is like serious, and then honkide is like seriously, like earnestly, majimeni. So what's another like de? We're gonna talk about this later on, but I'm sure some of you have heard the word Maji, for example. It has like the same application of like seriously, but Maji de. It's like, are you serious? Like seriously? Ly? Seriously? Gachi. Yeah. But you can use gachi on its own, but it's kind of like, yeah, like I said, it's like the short form of the gachinko, which is like earnest. So yeah, maybe like earnestly is probably the more accurate word for gachi de. So imagine if gachi was the word earnest, gachi de is like earnestly. So like in an English sentence, you'd be like, this anime, hold on, I'd be like, this anime earnestly interesting. It would kind of be like the literal translation, I think, what I would suggest for the insertion of de in gachi. Sensei, would this be on the test? 100% yes. Alright, moving on, everyone. So I hope you have that in your head. Gachi, I mean, it's 2 characters. It's quite easy. Gachi, gachi, gachi. Alright, moving on. Minna, we have Egui. And this one, I need to spend a couple of minutes explaining this one because it's quite... I mean, like, okay, if you ask any Japanese speaker, it's kind of hard to explain what Egui means because it's crazy that... So everyone uses this, I think. It's like... I think over the last couple of years, this one has been a word that a lot of people use in their daily reactions and their daily lives. And it's kind of the same... It's kind of the same application as Yabai, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard. But even more so recently, people have been using Egui even more so than Yabai. And from what I've gathered from Intel, which are my friends that live in Japan, that speak Japanese and use this word a lot, Egui is a little bit more powerful than Yabai. But like, yeah, it's really like, so this word you can use to describe something that's good and bad and awesome and disgusting and critical and chaotic. But it's kind of like, what would be the English alternative to this? It's being like, dang, but like really, really long dang, like dang. So, this is the katakana for this is the katakana for gu, and then this is the katakana for i. And the way you pronounce this is egui. So yeah, like I said, it kind of means like it's incredibly so, it is amazingly so, but it's really used to emphasize and react to something with very, very strong strong feelings. So for example, if I were to say something like what would be an example? Like if I were to say, oh, chat, the other day I went shopping and I bought a bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen merch and I spent over 300 American dollars. A reaction that someone might have is egg. With exactly that reaction. They'd be like egg because 300 US dollars on Jujutsu Kaisen merch? Egg. It is like so, it is like a reaction of strong feelings because it's just like, how did you, why did you, and how did you, what? Egui. Yeah. Did I really spend that much? Well, anyway, this is a lesson. We're not talking about my spending habits today. We're talking about other things. Or for example, if you had like a really old anime from, I don't know, from years and years ago, and they just announced that they're coming out with a new season after being on a hiatus for, I don't know, 50 years, your reaction could be like, eh? Egui. Egukunai? So chat, what would be a situation, or what has been a situation in your life where you've had such strong feelings and you went, oh my dang, whoa, really? Oh my god. That would be a situation where you could use egui. It could be bad, it could be good, it could be confusing, it could be expensive, it could be really cheap. Gear 5, oh, 100%. Yeah, I think everybody that watched Gear 5 would have been like, egui. After that weekend, everyone was probably like, eh, One Piece mita? Egu sugi. So these sentences, like I said, oh, I didn't change this one, but this one should be, hold on, this one should be Saki. Saki no character, egu katta yo ne. Egu katta. Ignore this. Hold on, let me change this. Actually, no, let me not change this. This is not right. I'm getting rid of this. This actually means Saki, which is like before, just before. No character, which is like the character before, was so egui. Egukata is like the what's it called? The conjugation, I guess, of egui for past tense. And yo is kind of like a declarative. Oh my god, what a big word. A declarative character to make a statement, and then ne is like right. So that character before, right, was so egui. That character before was so egui. It kind of sounds like gooey. Egg and gooey. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, this one is literally just egu. Egu. Yeah, when they announced Legends Arceus game. Egui. You can't understand? Okay, let me give you another situation. Here, let's use this example. This word here. Shake shack, which is Shake Shack. My one and only, my beloved. Shake Shack te egu suginai? Egu sugiru, but suginai. And sugiru is kind of like overly, like very much so. So this sentence is basically saying Shake Shack is, but like referencing is for te, egu suginai. It's so overly egui. Shake Shack. It's so overly amazingly, and to the context in which I'm using this, because everyone in chat knows I love me a good shack stack. And Shake Shack for me is amazing already, that when I'm trying to recall it to someone and I want to really bring out the amazing, incredible, strong emotion and feeling that resides deep in my soul and my very being, I go, oh my gosh, egu suginai? Egu sugi. You learned sugi this week, coincidentally? That's good. It's super amazingly, like, heart-wrenchingly so that it's just so amazing. And the thing is, we'll talk about this right after, but egui is like, you would use it the same way as yabai, but it's a little bit stronger than yabai in a lot of cases. So I would use Shake Shack with egui, but maybe I would use McDonald's for yabai, because I love McDonald's, but the burgers at Shake Shack for me simply just complete my soul. So yeah, you use this as a reaction, but it's very much like an adjective, a way that you describe something. So you would use it the same way. You would describe something as being egui. Yeah. And then, like, on top of gachi, you could also even say, chat, with our previous word, you could say gachi de egui. Seriously, it's so egui. It's so amazing and incredible and amazing. Yes, the emphasis is the importance. It's true. And so basically, with gachi, you're really emphasizing that something is serious. And you would use gachi to like emphasize egui, because you're emphasizing an adjective. Similar in English, when you're saying something is seriously awesome, awesome would be the adjective here. Seriously is like an emphasis word for awesome. Similarly, in Japanese, gachi de egui Egui is like the adjective, and gachide is like the emphasis for egui. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, chat? Am I just speaking into an abyss? But Five Guys, though? I don't know about Five. I like Five Guys. I just, if you had Shake Shack and Five Guys in front of me, there's just no turning back. There's nothing. Very informative. Thanks. Okay, I'm glad. All right, let's move on then to one that I've mentioned a lot, and I'm sure you've all heard this probably, and that is Yabai. So I'll show you this afterwards, but Yabai, I think, is like a little bit of a step down from Egui. But Yabai, I would say, Yabai ran, you know, so that Egui could walk. No, what was the other one? Wait. Egui ran? No, Egui walked so Yabai could... No. Yabai walked so Egui could run. There we go. And you'll hear a lot of like Japanese streamers use this one. I remember I saw a bunch of like clips of Kazuha, if anyone knows. Kazuha, I think, is like on JP Nichi-sanji, but there was a clip that was going viral where I think he was playing like GTA 5 and his car that he was in was glitching and it was like flying up in the air and he went yabai 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 yabai. The English translation is kind of like dangerous for yabai, but it really nowadays is used as like an all-encompassing word for good things, bad things, delicious things, disgusting things, incredible things, impressive things. So you can kind of use it in the same way as egui, but it's a little bit more applicable to more broader things. And I think you'll often notice that is that a lot of people use yabai. So like, imagine you're late for you wake up and you slept in, you'd go yabai, chikoku suru, like, oh no. You could use yabai as like dangerous. I'm gonna be late. Like, oh my gosh. So the thing with yabai, like I said, it's an all-encompassing word. You can kind of use it as a reaction word. You can use it as an adjective. You can use it on its own. It's kind of like that's sick. Kind of, because the problem with this word, and what I was having a hard time doing when I was trying to find an English translation of this, is that, yeah, it means that's sick. It also means this is bad. It also means this is kind of amazing. It also means this is kind of confusing. But like I said, it's just so all-encompassing that if you were to be in Japan, and you just wanted to say that something was an impressive thing, impressively disgusting, impressively good, impressively bad, and you use the word yabai, I would say 9 times out of 10, someone would probably agree with you, and they'd be like, yeah, that's probably the right word to use. But yeah, it really depends on the context. But yeah, TY Onion Fairy is right. Slang really does, it's really like that, because you can just apply it to pretty much anything. So for example, the word, the exclamation, when you would, for example, if you saw someone super, super hot on the street, for example, chat, your initial reaction would be like, oh my god. That oh my god could be translated into yaba. Like, oh my god. It's like an exclamation of something, of an emotion of like, oh my god, I'm taken aback. Yabai. Crunchyroll Hime wa meccha kawaii. Egu. Ricky T. That's right. That's sekai desu yo. That is the right way to say egu. It is so strong feeling that it's egui. But with yabai, for example, here's the sentence. Ano, which means that. So another version of kono, except kono is like this thing that is closest to me in proximity, and ano is like that person or that thing over there. So what you'll find a lot in Japanese patterns, let me write over here. In a lot of like Japanese words, for example, there's this like pattern of like KSA, where K for example, if you're saying the word this, it would be kono, which is the K. That is sono, and ano is also that, but that all the way over there. But for example, wait, what did I say? Yeah, kono, sono, and ano. But if you're saying this, like this thing, for example, you could say like kore, like kore nani, or sore nani, or are nani. And it's the same thing where it's like the closest thing to you, closest thing to maybe the person that you're talking to, and then the thing far, far away. Or when someone says, for example, koyu, like something like this, soyu. It's kind of like that. But there's that, what you'll see if you study Japanese even further, this is not really applicable to now. Well, kind of it is, because I included it. But when you study Japanese later on, you'll find that there's a lot of these, like, kono, sono, ano, kore, sono, are, ko, so, stuff like that. But for this, ano, I'm talking about that ikemen. Does anyone know what ikemen means also? Ikemen is like a hot guy. For the simplest way you can say, a hot, good-looking, handsome guy. And really, it is synonymous with, who can we say? Gojo Satoru? Dazai Osamu? A lot of people will say, yeah, hot boy. Example, Gojo. Correct. Gojo from, My Dress-Up Darling? Marin thinks he's super ikemen. Yes, I learned about ikemen from Romantic Killer. Yeah, ikemen is like a word that a lot of people use. Yeah, just to describe someone that is good looking. But specifically a guy. Handsome guy. So in this case, ano, which is that over there. Ikemen, good looking guy, this hot guy, or that hot guy. Mecha, which is also another, I would say it's a step down from gachi. It's kind of like very, very, very wow. So that handsome guy, super, in this case, because we're talking about a handsome guy, yabai could be like, was so good looking even. Like I said, it's an all-encompassing word that has so many meanings that it just transforms depending on the context it's used in. So because this word is in the E form for an adjective, the way that you would conjugate this in a way that's past tense is katta. Yaba, no more E, yaba, katta. To make it past tense. So yabai is like the present tense is what I would say. So yeah. Yabakatta. It's so bad that it's good. Or it could be so good that it's bad. That's the beauty of yabai. And it's also the danger of yabai. Because you can use it for literally anything. That it's like, how do you even explain it when it has a million meanings? So yeah. So yabakatta is the past tense of yabai. So for example, if I was at the UNC, if I was at the amusement park and I rode a roller coaster that was so insanely amazing and awesome, I could have been like, oh my god, gachi de yabakatta. Yabakatta. Which is the past tense, because the ride is not yabai now, because I'm not experiencing the ride at this moment as I'm off the ride. It was yabai, so it was yabakatta. Yeah. Crunchyroll-Hime. Oh? Wait. Crunchyroll-Hime wa yabasugimasu. Yes! Watashi wa yabai desu. Yabai desu. So yeah. So basically what you'll find when you study Japanese is that a lot of adjectives will have like an E. Like an E ending. And that E ending, the way that you would conjugate that into a past tense is you drop the I. And you basically replace it with katta. So, if for example, the word because it's natsu right now, it's summer. The word for hot. Does anyone know the word for hot temperature? Hot temperature is atsui. And I'm sure you've probably heard this a lot in anime too, but atsui is the word for hot, and you can hear in that word atsui is the I ending. So like yabai, for example, if I was to write atsui, oh my god, this is really bad. Ah. 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 Su. E. Ah. I'm using my mouse chat. I don't have my tablet. But this is the word for hot, for example. Atsui. So similarly, how you would drop this I to make yabakatta. If you drop that I and you want to make it was hot, to make it past tense, you would take off the I and replace it with katta. So it would be atsukatta. Or the word for cold, which is samui. Sa. Oh my gosh. Sa-mu-i. Similar to yabakatta, you drop the I. Samukatta. Yes, that is right, William. That is correct. That is so correct. And that really usually typically will apply to any adjective that kind of ends in that I pattern. Samukatta, tsukatta, yabakatta. What else is another word? Sugoi? Sugokatta is another one. So yeah, what you'll find is there's a lot of patterns that are easy to follow as long as you learn the basic rule for the word. There are some circumstances where that might not be the case, but for the most part, yabai, yabakatta to make it past tense. So everyone, the difference between yabai and egui, yabai is kind of like the lesser of the egu. Yaba is less than egu. But you can use them in the same way. Omoshirokatta. It was, yeah. Omorokatta. Similarly, yes. Alright, moving on, chat. Goodbye, Yabai. We are moving to Maji. Maji? Which, oh no, I don't have a little illustration here. Too sad. But, Maji. I mentioned this before, but does anybody know what Maji means? Maji? Maji kayo. So nan desu ne. Maji kayo. Maji ka. Yes. Colonel, it is kind of like, and Cuban, that is right. It's kind of like, really? Seriously? So, for example, the polite version of Maji is like, honto ni? Honto ni? Or if you're from Osaka, it'd be like, honma? Honma ni? And honto ni is like, really. Honto is real. And like I said, chat, kind of similar to when you use de, like gachi de. When you add ni to a word, an applicable word, it really adds that like ly to the end of the sentence. So like, or to the end of the word. So honto is like real. You could be like honto no kimochi, like my real feelings. But when you say honto ni, it means my real, like it means really. So really? So a lot of the times when you say something like, 今日は私の誕生日です and you're telling someone it's your birthday, someone could go, 本当に? Like really? Or if you want to be more impolite, more casual, more slang-esque, you could be like, マジ? マジで? Yeah. So a lot of times when you hear in like anime, for example, when they go, マジかよ, マジか, they're like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Are you for real right now? This does feel similar to gachi. The difference between gachi and maji is like gachi is really like with your whole entire chest, with your whole being. Whereas maji is a little bit more like chill. It's more chill than gachi. But I think maji is kind of used yeah, a little bit with lesser emotional feeling than gachi. Although you can still also use them interchangeably, and arguably they could be used with the same amount of vigor. But yeah, I know Marin from My Dress Up Darling used maji a lot, and maji is actually used a lot in the gyaru subculture, and there are a lot of like even more subcultures within gyaru that exist, but overarching, I think maji is something that is used in gyaru culture and just like young people vocabulary a lot. But you'll hear it often in casual conversation. Someone will be like, 昨日マジでやばかった。マジでやばかった。So similar to the word we just learned, yabai, やばかった, you could say マジでやばかった. It was seriously so intense, or it was so insane, it was so good, so bad. So yeah, a lot of these words can be interchanged within each other, like Egui, yabai can be used interchangeably with a little bit. There's just a little distinction between them. Maji and Gachi are kind of similar, where they're kind of like emphasis words on top of like an adjective. So yeah. So a lot of these sentences like Maji, like if someone says something that you're like really like trying to look for confirmation, you could say Maji, and they'd be like, そうなんですよ、そうなんだ、マジで、マジマジマジ. It is the young whippersnapper talk. It's true. Or for example, if you woke up like me at 5 a.m. in the morning, you could say, マジで死ぬ. I'm seriously dying. I'm seriously gonna die. マジで死ぬ. I'm so tired that I could. Well, I'm not that tired now, but when my eyes open for the first time, I could say マジで死ぬ. マジ死ぬ. Yes. Or here's a good vocabulary word for everybody here. 明日? Does everybody know the word 今日? 今日は何をしましたか? 今日は私の誕生日. 今日 is today. Yes. 明日 is tomorrow. 明日. So if I say 今日は私の誕生日, I could also say 明日は私の誕生日. Today is my birthday, tomorrow is my birthday, 毎日は誕生日ですよ. Every day is my birthday. 今日もいい一日でした. Today was a good day. 明日もいい一日. Tomorrow, good day. So yeah. 明日、今日、昨日. I just got here, I don't know what's going on. We are learning Japanese slang, and right now we're on Maji, which is like serious, or Majide, seriously. I actually would say that serious, I would say Maji is more like serious, and then when you do Majide, it's more like seriously. So, yeah, but you use Maji to the same way you use like Gachi, like serious. Are you for real right now? So yeah. Gachi and Maji, and then Yabai and Egui. So, hold on, let me do something here. Give me 1 second. I need to fix something. Actually, no, I think that's fine. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Because this is the next slide. And I like to call this the kando meter. Because the kando, like when you're kando suru, it means you're moved. How moved are you on this meter? This is how you can decide what word to use when you want to make or express how you're feeling. And I like to call this kando meter, the moving meter. So, for example, I'll say chat, 今日 Shake Shackを食べました. I ate Shake Shack. And based on this meter, how would you like to react? You can go, おー、すごい, which is exclamation mark. Or you could be like, やばい, which is maybe 2 exclamation mark. Wow, that's pretty cool. Or you could be like, Egui, which is, oh my god, you had Shake Shack for the 4th day in a row? Oh my god, that's so crazy. Egui. Yeah, kind of like a Genki scale. Is it sugoi or is it egui? Or is it yabai? You know? For example, you could be like, oh my gosh, I met Dwayne The Rock Johnson in my dream last night, and he told me he was madly in love with me. I could go, egui. Because that's just so unbelievable. I'm just like, I'm so moved. With my whole soul, I'm saying, that's crazy. Egui. Or my friend beside me could be like, eh, ちょっとやばい. That's a little bit strange. That's yabai. It's not so much egui, but it's a little yabai. Or if I really was like, I'm so convinced that the Dwayne The Rock Johnson wanted to marry you, I could be like, eh, すごい. Omedetou. Congrats. That's so crazy. Will this be on the test? Maybe. Maybe some of it will be on the test. 感動しましたか? めちゃくちゃ感動しました. It could be ちょっとやばい, you know? Or for example, chat, if you made a mistake, if you like embarrass yourself in front of a crowd, you could be like, eh, やばい, ちょっとやばい. ちょっとやばかった. Yeah, something that's like embarrassing. It could be dangerous. It could be wow, amazing, Sudachi desu, and it could still be yabai at the end of the day. Or imagine you're that guy that makes like 20 feet cutouts of VTubers. That's kanari egui. I think that's very egui. It's so shocking that I'm actually moved. But some people might think it's just yabai. It's a little cool. You know, it's a little not, you know, maybe they're not a VTuber fan, maybe they just think it's yabai. So, this guy is maji egui. Yeah, maji egui. It's true, 0583, that guy, pretty egui. So, yeah, when in doubt, maybe refer to this kando meter. How insane, how amazing is the thing that you are trying to describe? Is it just sugoi? Is it just, you know, amazing? Is it yabai? Which is like, there's so many words to describe this that it's yabai. Or is it egg? You're so moved that it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm being thrusted forward. Egg. Yabai is, yeah, you can, and the thing, I think, yabai, egg is kind of universally used for things that are good, bad, impressive. Disbelief is, disbelief you can use for yabai too. If you see someone, for example, there were cases of people in New York City, for example, standing or like riding the what is it? The MRT? What is it? It's the MRT, right? The New York subway. They were standing in between that on that like link part of two trains. They were standing there hitching a free ride. That could be chotto yabai. I don't know if I would say egui, but I'd be like, that's a little bit yabai. Chotto yabai yo ne. Sore. That is a little MTA. Yeah. It's a little yabai. A little bit dangerous. It's a little bit impressive, but not a good impressive. So yeah. Anyway, please refer to this meter, and please use it wisely. Does that make sense for everybody, chat? I need some thumbs up in chat if this is making sense to you. If it's not making sense to you, I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like I've been talking about Yabai and Egui I have been talking about them for the last hour. It makes sense, chat? Thumbs up? Yes! I'm so glad! Okay, good. Alright, moving on. Thank you. Moving on, wakatta. Wakarimashita ka minna? Okay, moving on. I will use it widely. Good. Alright, moving on, everyone. We're gonna go on to words. And these ones are kind of things that you can say without... On their own. On their own, they are perfect. No change needed. This one is one of my favorite ones. And I say this a lot for jokes, but it actually is like a legit word. This one is Patipi. And like what I said before, I think a lot of young people use this one. It's kind of like almost a meme at this point. But Patipi is used to describe people that go to parties. They're party people, they're party goers, people who like to party and be wild at parties. However, here's the thing with the word Patipi. So Patipi is short for party people, literally. Party people. Party people. And the thing with Patipi is a lot of times when you talk to people, and if they use Patipi in a sentence, sometimes and oftentimes it's actually not good, because Patipi, I feel like, is used to describe people who only like to party, or their entire personality is around partying. And when you're trying to look for a majime kanke, or a majime, like a partner, for example, like a serious lover, a lot of times people be like, Patipi hoshikunai. Like, you don't really want someone that's a party goer, because, I don't know, I think there's this, like, conception of party people that all they do is, like, cheat on people, and they're not very good because they go to parties, they maybe consume things and get a little wild and are unfaithful at these parties. I think there's, like, a lot of negative connotation that goes around party people. But yeah, Patipi is a loan word because it really comes from party people. But yeah, so there are negative connotations to the word Patipi. But for a lot of young people, when they make the exclamation Patipi in, like, photos, for example, when they take photos, they do the little peace sign, they go Patipi. It really is just to be like, we are party people, we're having fun, we're party people. But also, like I mentioned earlier, in the Gyaru subculture, Patipi was widely used for a really long time, broadly, and I think this is where it was popularized. I'm saying that I said I think. It may be correct. I may be incorrect. I may be saying lies, but for the most part, and what you'll notice is actually Gyaru culture really popularized a lot of these slang words. Also, I really love the word Patipi though. It's so fun because, like, you can be, like, going out to hang out with friends and be like, yeah, Patipi, let's go to karaoke, Patipi. Yeah. So it's rude to call someone a Patipi. It's not necessarily rude, for example. Like, if you refer to yourself as a Patipi, usually it's not so bad because you're just kind of exclaiming as you're someone that likes to have fun. But for example, if you're having, like, a serious conversation with a friend and they say, like, I don't really like Patipi, I think it's just kind of like the same level of, I think it's the same level as English, where, you know, like, how would you describe this? Like, people who like to party, I think you can use it in a positive way. You can also use it in a negative way depending on who you are, because there are some people, maybe they're looking to settle down and they want to start a family. In that case, they would say, I'm not really looking for a Patipi because I kind of want someone that doesn't really go out so much to go party with their friends. I kind of want someone that maybe is more of a homebody, that is more accustomed to my lifestyle. I really think it's just a lifestyle difference depending on in terms of which connotation it's being used in. I think if you're younger, Patipi has, like, more of a positive meaning because I think you're still, like, experiencing life, being young. Whereas maybe if you're a little bit older and you're using the word Patipi, it's more like, you know, maybe I've graduated from the Patipi life and I'm kind of looking to settle down. Stuff like that. It's like a different crowd type of thing. So yeah. It's better than being called a party pooper. Yeah. Party P is a really fun word to use though. I really like it. So yeah, depending on who you are, I think party P can have either a good connotation or a negative connotation, but yeah. Party P is party people. And that's what it is. Does that make sense to everyone? Party P? What you'll hear a lot is, like, when people take photos for the memes, they'll be like, Party P! Peace sign! They'll peace sign, or maybe do, like, the upside down peace sign, and they'll go, Party P! It makes sense? Okay, Akiba, thank you! Moving on from Party P, we have Sorena. And this one is used by, like, I would say I hear this mostly from, like, young girls. But I think everyone uses this because it's not coded in such. It's not really, like, slang per se. It's more like of a widely used agreeing phrase. So for example, if I say something like, oh my gosh, Suguru and Satoru's relationship is so much more complex than anybody makes it out to be, and there's so much beyond what we see in the anime that we probably don't understand, but that deepens their friendship and their relationship as a whole. You can go Sorena Maji de Sorena. It is seriously that. It is literally, that is so real. It's so that. If I, for example, say like, you know, I wish we had a second season of this anime. It was too short and it goes on so well in the manga. I wish I could see it animated. You can go, Maji de Sorena? Sorena? Yeah, exactly. It is like, exactly. That is a perfect word to use, Colonel. Exactly. It's like in forums when someone says something cool and the person above says yes. It's like pointing at what someone said and they said this, or they quote retweet someone and they go this. It's seriously this. Sorena? Maji de sorena? Exactly. So yeah, it's usually used when you want to agree with something or you want to like branch off of a thought that someone else had said. Oh my god, I almost choked on my own air. But yeah, so if someone is saying something like really agreeable and you're really nodding your head and you're going, yes, exactly that. That is what I was trying to say. That is what I've been saying this entire time. You can go, Sorena? Maji de Sorena? Yeah, Reddit top comment. Exactly. So this one is very, very easy to remember. We have the character for so, de, na. And you would really emphasize the na, sorena, sore. Actually, you can emphasize really anything in here. You can emphasize sore, which means that, and na, which is like, na? Okay, here's the thing, chat. So, remember earlier when I said there's like this pattern of A, S, and K? Sorry, K, S, and A, where Kore is like this, Sore is that. Yeah. Sore is like that. And Na is kind of like, it's like ne. So ne is kind of used at the end of sentences when you want to agree with something, or it's basically like saying, right? Huh? Eh? So ne and na is like kind of like ne. So you can kind of use it in the same way, but in this context, because I'm saying that, sore, na, it's like that, right? It's so that, right? Like, I agree. It's so very much that. Yeah, like in it. It's that, in it. Sorena. Mechakucha sorena. Yeah. So, you could also be like, sore desu, are desu yo ne. Ne, sore ne. But sorena is like more, right? It's so that, right? So chat, this one I think is really, really popularized. I think you should totally use this if you get the chance. If you just want to agree with someone, instead of saying like what you'll hear too in a lot of Japanese conversations, if someone is agreeing with you, they'll just say like ne, so ne, so desu ne, so yo ne. It's basically like an agreeing sorena, maji de sorena. Ne. I've heard that from Sencho before, yeah. Ne. Yes, exactly. So ne, sorena, so ne, sorena is like very interchangeable. So yes, I would say if you get the chance to agree with someone, maybe you can try your hand at a little sorena. Literally that. Moving on, chat. We have Shindoi. It's so Shindoi. So Shindoi, this is Shindoi. So for example, chat, if I was talking to someone and I have to be like, you know what, tomorrow I have to go all the way to school to pick up a single piece of paper because they won't let me print it out at home. I could be like, Maji de Shindoi. Maji Shindoi. Yeah, and it's kind of like, Boku shindoi na. Yeah, it's kind of like an experiment. Yeah, it's just like, it's so much effort. Like, you have a lack of energy that you just feel dead. Like, you don't want to do it. It's just like, it's draining so much of your energy that it's just, I feel drained. I'm shindoi. It's killing me. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, this work is so boring. Shindoi. Yeah. Shindoi. And you'll hear it a lot when people are maybe like tired or when they're lacking the energy. But it really is like, it is really used to describe when you are just feeling in the slumps, when you're feeling low, when you have no motivation or will to really do anything, really. There have been moments in my own personal life where I've woken up from a nap and I go, ikiru no wa chotto shindoi. It's a little shindoi to be awake right now. Yeah, or for example, where I use it a lot is when I have to climb some stairs. When I have to go upstairs and my thighs are starting to hurt a little bit, I'll be like, shindoi. Like, these stairs are so shindoi. It's like the worst. It's actually like I'm dying right now. I think when a lot of people say I'm dying, you can say shindoi. Or if you're losing in your Valorant game or something, maji de shindoi. Maji de shindoi. And similarly, I'm moving on from this one because I think that this one is pretty easy to understand. Shindoi. There's a similar word where you just basically replace shin. She is actually the word for death. So I hope that's easy to remember. She is, and that's why, chat, a little lore here. A little lore for she, for the word she. So in I mentioned this before, but in East Asian culture, 4 is an unlucky number because the character for death, let me see if I can, hold on. The character for death, oh, I don't have the Japanese keyboard on here actually. The character for death is, hold on, maybe I can, hold on, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna go over here and write this out for you all. Hold on, give me 1 second. I will show you. Okay. So this is the character for death. It's she, right? And then this is the character also for she. Hold on, where is it? Okay. Doko. Okay. That is the character for 4, which is also pronounced as she. And these are both kanji, which is a little bit different than what you've been seeing here. But the reason why a lot of like elevators and floors and buildings in Japan or in China, for example, don't have a 4th floor is because she is like the unlucky number because it literally means death. So that's a little bit of lore for everyone. Is she is a word for death, but it also means 4, and that's why 4 is an unlucky number. Similarly to like in the West, in North America, there's not really usually like a 13th floor because it's an unlucky number. But the reason why it's unlucky, why 4 is an unlucky number here, is because she is death. And that is even more death telling than I think the number 13. So yeah, that's just a little lore before we move on. So this is how you can remember it. Shindoi. Death. It is so deathly. And moving on, similarly to Shindoi is Mendoi, which is a shortened form of Mendokusai, which is like a pain in the butt. It's so exhausting that it's just like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to do this. You can be like Mendoi Shindoi. Like but Mendoi is basically like, it's a pain in the butt. You don't want to do it. It's so boring. And then basically all you have to do between Shindoi and Mendoi is change these two characters. Shin to men. Actually, you're only changing the first character from shi to me. Shindoi to Mendoi. You know when in anime when they go, mendokusai. Maji mendokusai. It's just like a pain. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just exhausting. You don't really want to do it. Mendoi, Shindoi, mendokusai, Shindoi. What is the literal meaning for it? I think this is the meaning that I use Mendoi from. Hold on. Mendokusai. Yeah, burdensome. It's troublesome. You don't want to go out of your way to like do something. It's just a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's troublesome. It's burdensome. Yes. I kind of knew this from Fire Emblem. I have it set to Japanese. Oh, yeah. So different. So oh my god, the difference is between Shindoi and Mendoi is that Shindoi is kind of like, it's like you're lacking the energy to do something. It's kind of, hold on, let me see. What is the literal translation for Shindoi meaning? Yeah, it is really like exhausting versus like it's just troubling. I think those are the two distinctions. Where, actually, I think I lied a little bit here. This is less burdensome. This one is more exhausting than this one. Exhausting. Yeah. Shindoi is more exhausting and Mendoi is more burdensome, troubling. Like you don't really want to go out of your way to do something. And that's Mendoi, which is like mendokusai. Can you shorten it to mendokusa or is that rude? That one is, it's more like informal, but you can mendokusa. The thing is like, the thing with the word mendokusai, chat. Let's do a little bit of a root breakdown here. Let me do this for a second. One moment. Mendokusai. Okay. Let me find the word. Okay. Everyone here? I have this. Let me move this. So, Mendoi, which came from mendokusai. If I can show this to you. There we go. This word here is mendokusai. And the word mendo is kind of like a burden. And kusai is the word for like, it's smelly. And so the way that I interpret mendokusai is like, it smells of a burden. It is like so strongly of a burden that it's just a pain in the butt. You know? Mendokusai. Mendo is like a burden and kusai is it smells. It's so stinky. It's stinky of a burden. So when you say like mendokusa, when you take off the I at the end and you make it kusa, it's kind of like, yeah, very impolite, informal conjugation almost of mendokusai. Because even if you take out mendokusai, the word is just to smell. And it is another one of those words, chat. Remember how I said if the word ends in I, it's mostly an adjective and you can use the past tense? Mendokusakatta. It was a pain in the butt. Or kusakatta. It smelled. It was smelly. So kusai on its own is like smelly. Or like... Or yeah, like a lot of people use kusai when it smells bad. But it stinks. It reeks of burden. So that's mendokusai. So you can move mendokusai and you can change it even more to mendoi. But this one is more of like the slang version of mendokusai. Not really the full word, but yeah, enough for it to be like, chotto mendokusai. Mendoi. It's grossly a burden. Yeah, it's grossly a burden is what I say. Mendokusai is. So yeah. Mendokusai. Mendoi. Anyway, moving on, chat. We have our two Shindois. We have our Mendoi. Moving on. We've got Tapiru. Oh my god, Tapiru. Lately, I've realized, and I've come to the realization that people don't really use this anymore. Mostly because I want to say like in 20... Oh my gosh, when was this? Like 2015 to 2019. Okay, I would say like the early 2010s to the late 20... Or the early 2020. Tapioca Boba was like a sensation. It was sweeping over Japan. And they did have it before, but I think it was like a trend. It became a trend to drink boba with your friends. That like bubble tea boba places started popping up left, right, and center. And everybody would go get their daily boba fix. And so, over time, tapioca nomi niku, for example, like let's go get tapioca, became its own verb. And that was tapiru, which is to go get boba. Which was so funny to me because I remember when I was in Japan and my friend was like, "Hime, tapiru?" I was like, "Tapi what now?" Cause the word actually for boba, the drink, is tapioca. They literally call the drink in the beginning by the tapioca pearls. So instead of saying, "Do you want to go get tapioca?" they made to go get tapioca a verb. It's kind of like tapioca iru. Does anybody know what when someone says iru to you, it kind of means like, do you want, like, will you take it? So sometimes people will be like, gohan iru, like, do you want rice? Like, do you want to eat? Or someone will be like, mizu iru, or like, what else can you say? Like, if someone is giving you like a pocky and they're eating it and they go like iru, they're basically asking if you want it. So tapiru is kind of like that, where it's kind of like, do you want tapioca? Tapiru? That makes the phrase even cuter. Yeah. It's like tapiru. Because it's kind of like I said, it's that meshing of the words. Kind of like, what'd you get up to? It's like tapiru instead of tapioca iru. Tapiru? It is an offering, yeah. So it's easy to remember. Exactly. Tapioca iru? Tapiru? It's like a multi-level pun. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of slang, and I think this is applicable to English as well, is that, what's it called? That a lot of slang is just short versions of the word. Like, riz? Charisma? Instead of being like, that person has the ultimate riz, you go, that person has the instead of saying the person has the ultimate charisma. That's so lame. No one says that. No one wants to say the full word. No one wants to speak more than like 3 syllables. You go, that person rizzed up. They unlimited riz. That's literally what slang is. Short language. Exactly. And I love it. Like, did you all know that dupe is short for duplicate? Yeah, it's like tapiru. Tapioca iru? Curtis just realizing that slang is short language. Oh my pain. We learned him today. We learned him. Kurt Ritchie has turned this day. Hime, do you do private lessons? I don't. These are my private lessons. He never put that together. You know what? It's fine. Anyway. Yeah, learn something new every day. A bit late to the party. Fax machine is short for Basama... What? Wait. What word is that? Mind equals blown. What's another word that's like short that is not... That is like a short form of a real word that people don't know? Slang, dupe, Riz, what is it? What else is there? Huh. I feel like you don't really know. I'm learned now. We've all been learned. I'm so happy, Haruhi. I'm so happy. I'm trying to think. It's really hard to think of like English slang when you're not using it. You've never heard dupe before? Usually, well, I've heard it a lot in like the makeup community because you can get like expensive makeup dupes. Or you can even get like, I mean, you can use it for electronics too. Like sometimes people be like, I got this iPhone dupe. These AirPod dupes. Derek said this is actually short for this topher. Huh? Huh? Dupes of cards, yeah. Isn't dupe to trick someone too? Yeah, because I think it's like duplicate. Like you're giving them like a duplicate of a fake. I have no idea. But anyway, moving on, chat, from Tapiru, one of my favorite ones. Love the little tapioca man. Or thing. One of my favorite words, chat. Oshi. And I put this here because I'm sure a lot of people have heard the title of the anime, Oshi no Ko. But I wanted to spend some time to dive into this a little further, you know? Do a little deep dive into the word Oshi, because I think it's a really important word to nowadays, to society these days. Oshi, which is really popularized in VTuber culture, in K-pop culture, in any kind of like pop culture, in any kind of like community. You have this Oshi. Hold on. And also this, I think I can get rid of this. This is just... Oh, no, actually... I think it's more like this. No, actually... yeah, okay. So Oshi, everyone, is actually... It means to push. Which is really interesting. Because when you think about it, when you stan someone, when you support an idol or a VTuber or someone that you really, really love and you want to support them, you're basically like pushing your support onto them. You're pushing your love and your support and all of your endearment towards them. That the word Oshi, which means to push, is literally like became the person or the thing that you want to support and stan. So, for example, I ask you the question, Minna no Oshi wa dare? Minna no Oshi wa dare? Minna is everyone. Oh my god. Imagine having a straight line. Minna, which is everyone. No is like the possessive particle that comes after the noun to make it so that minna, which is everyone, no, which is the particle that basically says this possesses. So, oshi, so everyone's, it's kind of like adding the apostrophe s onto a noun. So, minna no, everyone's, oshi wa dare? Dare is who. And wa is like a subject marker of a sentence. So the subject here that I'm asking is there oshi, right? Oshi. So this is the subject of the sentence, oshi. And then minna no is everyone's. Oshi. Who? Who is it? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god. Who? Yeah. Minna no oshi wa dare? But the cool thing with this no particle, right? I said it was a possessive. So for example, if I change minna to, for example, hime. Oh my god. Oh, I wish I had my tablet right now. Hime. Hime no oshi wa dare? Hime's oshi is who? Who is Hime's oshi? Ima no oshi wa ne. Ima no oshi って アニメだったら、誰かな最近は、誰アニメだったら、最近は、Oh my god, who is my Oshi? This is hard. There's too many. Oh my god. I think my lifelong Oshi is probably like... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is too hard. Oh my god. Yeah. It's Sudachi. It's not weird if I stan my own sister though. Me pretending to understand Japanese. Oh my god, Den! Hi, Den! Ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou. Actually, konbanwa, Den. Hello, hello. You know what, everyone? Den is my Oshi. Period, point blank. Cypher Den is my Oshi. My Oshi though right now? Oh my god, that's so hard. I literally cannot think of what... Maybe my Oshi is... Saikin? Lately, everyone, I've been really liking Pomu Pomu Pudding. Which is the Sanrio character. The big pudding dog. I love Pom Pom Pudding. Reverse Uno Oshi card. Oh my god, Dan! Dan said I was her Oshi. I'm gonna puke. I love it, thank you. Puke out of happiness, Dan, not puke out of disgust. I'm so happy that you chose me as your Oshi. I bow down to thee. Thank you so much. What an honor it is to be Oshi'd by you. You can have a lot of Oshi is the thing though, chat. Or this sentence. 私の推しは BTS のジミンだよ。私の similar to before, everyone. Remember? This makes it possessive. So what would this be? It would be my, right? Because watashi is I. And it's weird you don't really say I apostrophe S to make it a possessive word. You would just say my. My, correct, William? My oshi, which is the subject of the sentence again. So, my Oshi. Oh my god, my Oshi. BTS no, which means Jimin. BTS is the it possesses the Jimin. Jimin da, which is the impolite, the casual way of desu. Da yo, which is like an exclamation sentence marker. So for this, watashi no my oshi, BTS's Jimin is my oshi is BTS's Jimin. Although, even if it wasn't BTS's Jimin, you could say watashi no oshi wa 誰かな私の推しは犬神コロネだよ。Watashi means my. 違います。Watashi means I or me. Me, myself, and I. And when you add no, which is a possessive sentence particle to the sentence, it makes whatever that came before it a possessive version of it. So for example, watashi no is my. Anata no is your. Kanojo no is hers. Kare no is his. Or watashi tachi no, which is our. But yeah, in this case, it's 私の推しは、誰かな私の推しは、私の推しは、Who's my 推し You could say, 私の推しは、エリラ・パンドラです。エリラ・パンドラ You can go, 私の推しは、五条悟です。五条悟だよ。You can even be like, 私の推しは、夜遊びとか、リサとか、みんなでも大丈夫です。Yeah. If Gura is your biggest Oshi, you can be, 俺、僕、私の推しは、グラ。ホロライブのグラです。or グラだよ。If you wanted to specify who's Gura, you can say ホロライブのグラ。 Yes. 私の推しは姫とキアラです。Yes! 正解ですよ。私の推しはグーバのグラです。グーバ。Anyway. And then lastly, for this one, we have our word oshi for the anime title, the manga title, Oshi no ko. And remember, chat, when I said the particle no makes whatever came before it the possessive version of it. And so, because the word oshi is like the person you stan, or the thing that you stan, the title of this, oshi, so like, the person I love, no. So it becomes the person I loves. So it's there, the oshi's ko. And ko, this kanji is the character for child. For like, yeah, their child. The child that they birthed. So, yeah. So the title of the series is literally My Oshi's Child. Or The Oshi's Child. Which makes sense if you know the series of the story behind Oshi no Ko. It really is the Oshi's child. If you haven't divulged in the series at all, if you haven't read the manga or watched the anime, then you wouldn't understand why it is Oshi no Ko. But that is why, yep, works in so many ways, and that's why this title is a really easy one to think about. The word oshi, and also to familiarize yourself with the no particle, because it's spoiling. Not really. You find out in the first episode, and you find out in the first volume too. Oh yeah, I guess after episode 2. But anyway, it's fine. It's the entire series. But oshi no ko is basically the person I stand's child, or the thing I stand's child. And that's why I think it's really interesting. Because you could also be like, even if you take out the word oshi here, if we don't talk about the word oshi, you could say, kanojo? Like her child? Kanojo. Kanojo no ko. Her child. Cause, yeah. Kanojo is like girl. Kanojo no is like her. Girl's child. Something like that. But even if you don't have... And the other thing is, if we, for example, were to get out child, if we were to take this out, no child, and we didn't want to say that, oshi no, you could literally put any kind of noun here. You could literally say like, oshi no skirto. Kanojo no skirto, which is like oshi no skirto, her skirt. My Oshi's skirt. You could also say oshi no apple juice. My Oshi's apple juice. You could literally say anything, chat. Oshi no kami. The person that I stand's hair. You could say oshi no pantsu, but oshi no neko. Yes, Zaylis, that's correct. You could say your Oshi's cat. You could say your Oshi's haishi, my Oshi's stream. The word chat for stream, which I'm sure you've heard if you've watched VTubers before, but the word for like live stream is haishin. So a lot of people might say like haishin ni kite kurete arigatou gozaimasu. Like, thank you for coming to my live stream. You could say oshi no haishin, which is like the person I stand's live stream. Or even instead of the word oshi, you could say their name. You could say Hime no haishin, which is Hime's live stream. You could say Gura no haishin. That is the amazing interchangeable luxury of sentence building in both English and honestly in any language. But I think especially in Japanese, you can really switch out any of these words to make multiple sentences. And I think that's one of the best ways to familiarize yourself with sentence structures, with how to use particles and build sentences and build your vocabulary and expand the vocabulary, because as you learn more words, you can obviously make more sentences once you get the foundation set. So yeah, if you really wanted to make any kind of like sentence here, you can really interchange any of these two and have it in between the no particle. So you could say, なんだろうね. You can say like, for example, 空の雲, the sky's clouds or something. Or you can say, 彼の携帯. 彼 is his, his, 携帯, which is cell phone. Yeah. So there's so many ways that you can make multiple sentences as long as you learn the foundation part of it. You can switch out words and make it mean the same thing. And I think it's especially good as soon as you learn a new vocabulary word, chat. I think the best thing to do is to try and make as many sentences or phrases or expressions as you can with that vocabulary. Because then it really hammers in the meaning of that word into your brain. Because, for example, if I were to say like, what was another easy sentence? Let me scroll up. This sentence that I actually didn't cover. Let's talk about this. You can say Yabai, kane ga nai, which this sentence is like, oh no. Kane is the word for money. Ga is the sentence particle for whatever the noun was talking, whatever the subject was talking about, because I'm talking about money here. And nai is the informal version of aru, which is to not have. Arimasen, I do not have. So this sentence is, oh my god, I have no money. But when I was saying earlier, the interchangeableness, the way that you can make as many sentences as you can as you build your vocabulary and you have your basic sentence structure, you can say something like, instead of kane here, chat, you can say koibito, which is a lover. Actually, no, you can't use koibito because nai is for things. So maybe you can say like maybe you can say you know what you can say, chat? You can say Riz. Yabai. Riz ga nai. Riz mattaku inai. You don't have Riz. Or you don't have... Imagine it starts to rain, chat. And then you're like, oh my god, I don't have an umbrella. Yabai. Kasa ga nai. Seems real. But here's the thing. A lover is not a thing, you're right. But if you wanted to have the same sentence structure, we can take out kane, leave ga, and take out nai. Because this is a verb. Chat, this is a verb. You can't read that. Inai, if I put inai instead, inai, and then I do if I put koibito here, koi, bi, to. So koibito ga inai. Koibito ga inai. You can still make a sentence. Because all you did here was switch out the noun you were talking about, and you switched out the verb that you were saying. So instead of nai, kane ga nai, koibito ga inai. Koibito wa inai. But like I said, that's kind of the beauty of like sentences and language learning, is that once you figure out the patterns, it's so easy for you to be able to interject and build upon your knowledge and figure out how to make sentences for yourself. And that's how you make conversations, chat. And that's like the best thing. So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, Oshi no ko is the person I stan. their child. Stan. Yep. So, yeah, that was Oshi. Anyway, moving on to one of my favorite slides that I've made before. Not so much words, but let's talk expressions in slang and things that you'll see in text. In text, if you're SNSing, if you're line messaging your friends in Japanese. We're talking about LOL. Levels of laughter. And I put here a similar meter as before because we're talking about the different types of hee-hee-ha-has. Because I think this is very important, everyone. So, this levels of laughter, right? We have our haha, and this is literally in Japanese, ha, ha. So sometimes you might see a lot of people repeating this character to say ha 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 ha, which is not actually as common as you think it might be. But this one is more of like a smug. I would say it has the same energy as if you were to say ha ha to someone in English. It's like, huh, that's funny, with a straight face. It's just ha 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 ha, like haha, that's funny. Whereas we have LOL, which is like a little bit more funny than haha. You know what I mean? It's more like haha. I did crack a smile. I did find that a little funny haha. You have the little hands over your mouth like ha ha ha. That's funny, which sometimes gets shortened to W. So sometimes you'll see in Japanese haishin chat boxes. Everyone remembers what haishin means? Oshi no haishin. 例えばね、姫の配信. Haishin is the word for live stream. So, for example, if you're watching a live stream and you see someone say www, it means they're laughing. They're going lol. Or if they just spam this wara, this chat is the kanji for to laugh or to smile. And over time, wara just became lol. Yeah, it's like I laugh, I smile. So, which is funny though, because when you think about it being used in like English speaking context, W is usually like, oh my gosh, he got that W. or when people think that it's like, wow, major W, they go WWW. But then if you're in a Japanese context, WWW means LOLOL. You might have goofed that one up, LOLOL. But then, the thing... So, if everyone looks in the chat box, we can see Kurt Ritchie with the WWWWWWW. And over time, chat, as a collective, the society has decided that, you know what? These WWWWs, these LOLOLOLs, looks like grass. And you know what we should do? We should just simplify our LOLOLOLs to ROFL. Because it means grass. Because it looks visually like grass. That we need to replace the WWWW to express LOLOL and say grass instead, which is kusa. So it is big kusa. It is the promotion, chat. For every level here, we are watching a promotion for levels of laughter. We go ha 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 to, you know what? I'm gonna hit them with the LOL. To even more LOL? Grass. It's so LOL that it's basically grass. Rolling in grass laughing. ROGL. Or you know, this is even like Rufflecopter. It's so grass that it's ruffle. It's rolling on floor laughing. And then finally we go to the big one. The big LOL, which is bakusho. As you can see, bakusho. And bakusho is used because I don't know if anyone else does this. I know I do this a lot, which I find kind of cringe. When I find something so hilarious, when I go, I always like kick my feet in the air. I start clapping. I'm like, and that's when I roar with laughter. And that is what it is. It is the final form of the LOL. It is roaring laughter. And that is what bakusho is. Sho. Arararara. Bakushou. Kusa. Kusa. Ararara. Kusa. Wara. Arararara. Wara. Haha. Ha. Ha. I wheeze. Yes. Chat, if you get to the point where you're wheezing on the floor, there's snot coming out of your nose, you start to drool a little bit, your eyes roll back because you're just in such a state of laughter. You're clapping, your hands are in the air. Oh my gosh. It's so wahahaha. That's bakusho. It's literally, it means roaring laughter because of how much loudness, how much excitement is coming out of the laughter. Roaring laughter. And that is the level of laughter. The laughter meter. So, once again, going through this meter, this slide here, we have, haha, like, yeah, that's funny. And I think this is the way that you would do it in English too. When you say haha, it's honestly more, it does more harm than good because it's like, okay, that was funny, but it wasn't that funny. You know what I mean? So, haha. It's a little mild haha. But then you get to upgrade, you get the promotion to LOL. Like, wow, that, you know what? That chuckle, that gave me a giggle. That's lol, haha. And then, you know what? That was actually really funny. I'm gonna promote it to a kusa. Because I went ha ha ha. There was more breath in that LOL. There was more like, oh my god, that's funny. But then, you get the big boy. You get the big laughter. You get the big, oh my god. I'm struggling to breathe. Every inch of my body is getting exerted into this laughter. That is bakusho, everyone. So yeah, that is the level of laughter that you'll see oftentimes in texts. When you're texting your friends in Japan, your boo thing, maybe. If you have a boo thing, it must be nice. But yeah. So hopefully that was easy to understand, and hopefully these illustrations helped. I tried to find the best ones possible. Wahahaha! Wahahaha! To you know, it's all the levels. And that is the levels of laughter. That is the LOL. Anyway, moving on, everyone. From the levels of laughter, we have one of the words that I personally use the most. And that is the word Nanka. And chat, this is basically the Japanese equivalent of the word like. It is the filler word like, not to like, not the verb I like this, but when people say like, it's like, you know, like, it's like, you know, like. And like I said before, oh my gosh, and now I'm gonna be too conscious of me saying the word like. Similarly to what I said before, a lot of slang, it is short language. I believe it came from the word nanika, which is like something. And that is a filler word. It became like. Because, you know, like similarly, it is something. Something like, you know, like something like. So, for example, this first one here, I say, Nanka. Nanka ne. Yabai. Right? Nanka yabai yo. Yo is the exclamation of a sentence. Ne is the word that the sentence or the character you add at the end of the sentence to make it like right. Right? Chat? So this sentence, Nanka, which is like, it's like yabai. Yo. It's like, this could be good, bad, but it's yabai. For lack of a better word, I'll keep it as yabai. Like, yabai. It is. It is. Right? Nanka yabai yo ne. Isn't that like so bad? It could be so bad. It could be so good. It could be so tasty. Here's the context. Let me put this image in your brain, chat. Imagine you and I were at Taco Bell, right? I ordered the juiciest, crunchiest A chalupa, okay? The outside is nice and greasy and crispy and crunchy. And the inside, the taco meat is just savory and oily. But then you bite into the lettuce and the crispy, cold wetness of the lettuce invigorates your mouthfeel and you go, oh my god. Nanka yabai yo ne. That's why your name is Crunchyroll-Hime. That's right, exactly. Nanka ne. Or if you're trying to explain yourself and you go, you know, that person, it's like that person that you know. Nanka ne, nanka ne, are nanka. Wow, you should describe food for a living? I do. That's why I'm a streamer. But yeah, or if for example, here's another food example. You could be like, imagine you just bake the softest, the most juiciest. Oh my god, you bite into it and there's a nice crispy layer of crunch, and then you get to the middle of the cookie and it's nice and moist and chewy and delicious, and the flavor of chocolate and sugar just overwhelms your mouth so much so that you have a full chill running down your spine, and you turn to your partner and you go, Nanka sa, Egui. このクッキーってマジでエグくない？マジでやばくない？ You understand what I said there? このクッキーってマジでやばかった。マジで美味しいよ。It is so delicious, it's so egg. It is like so amazing. なんかマジで、なんかさ、このクッキーってさ、なんかマジでエグ。There was so much slang in that one sentence, chat. And they're all slang that I taught you. So hopefully you understood what feeling I was trying to convey when I was talking about that cookie. Nanka ne, maji de egg. Right? What did I say there? Nanka, maji de egg. These are all words that we've talked about today. So I'm glad, because as someone who is notorious for using slang often, I love this. Because this just sounds like me when I talk to my friends. It's like seriously amazing. Yes, Gary Gray, you were so right about that. Egg. So for example, chat, remember I was talking about kino and ashita? You want to remember what those words were? Sorry, kyo and ashita. Kyo wa watashi no tanjoubi. Ashita wa watashi no tanjoubi. Today and tomorrow. Correct, H. Bunny. That's right. Here's another one that completes the trifecta. Kino, which is yesterday. Kino, kyo, and ashita. Kino is yesterday, kyo is today, and ashita is tomorrow. So this sentence, kyo wa, kyo no, kino no. And remember what I said about this possessive particle no? Whatever it comes after is what it's talking about. It's kind of like adding the apostrophe S to whatever it came before, or came after. So, in this case, kino no, which is yesterday's, because this no belongs to yesterday's. So, yes, days, yesterday's. Eiga, which is the word for movie, everyone. Movies. Yesterday's movie. Nanka was like hen datta. Hen is the word for weird, for strange, you know? Hen datta. And datta is the casual way to say deshita. So it's the past tense of desu. The informal way of deshita, so it was datta. So this sentence, chat. Oh, hold on. I wrote out hen datta. Weird was. So chat, this sentence. 昨日の映画なんか変だった. 昨日の映画はなんか変だったね。Yesterday's movie was like weird. うん。昨日の映画なんか変だった。That movie yesterday was kind of weird. So that is the sentiment I'm trying to portray here. 昨日の yesterday's 映画 movie はなんか I omitted wa, the particle, to mark the subject here. But if you wanted to mark the subject, you can put the wa here. Because that would make the eiga the subject of the sentence. Because it is. Yeah. Oh, smile is egao. Not eiga, E-I. So the way that we spell eiga is E-I-G-A. Egao. Eiga is E-G-A. Eiga. It's kind of different. Eiga versus eiga. Nanka is like weird. Nanka ne. So for example, adding this onto all of the words we've used before, I can be like, Nanka ne, nanka maji yabai yo ne. Nanka, it's like kinda yabai, right? It's kinda yabai. So that is nanka. So basically, if you were to ever say like in a sentence, it's like so crazy. Like I was like walking like down the street like you'd be like nanka ne kaidan ne nanka ne kaidan no nanka. It's the same thing. So yeah, it's kind of a filler word. Use it as you desire. And I'm sure as you become more pera, as you become more fluent, and you're trying to string your sentences together, the nanka will just come out naturally. So that is nanka for everyone. I love me some filler words. It's true. Although nanika is not really a filler word. In that case, nanika is something. So, yeah. And our last word, chat, for today is the word cho, which is like super, very. And if you know that song that was trending for a while, it went gyaru cho kawaii. And Marin from My Dress Up Darling often said cho in the anime. Cho is like super, it's very. Hime nanka tensai. Arigato! Thank you! You can also say Hime cho tensai. Cho. Cho omoshiroi. Yes, Colonel, that's correct. Cho. So you can add cho. It's like similar to majide or like gachide. It's like an emphasizing word for an adjective. So you can say, cho kawaii. Cho yasashi. Very kind, like so super kind. You can be like, Sudachi nanka ne. Sudachi te sa, nanka, majide, cho yasashii hito. Nanka ne, 昨日の姫ってさ、マジで超優しかった。昨日の姫は超可愛かった。Yesterday's 姫 was so cute. 超 or for example, you know in Demon Slayer in Mugen Train, when he said umai, and he kept saying umai. You can also say like cho umai. Cho. It's kind of weird to say cho umai because those words kind of like blend in together in each other. But you can also say like cho oishii. Oh, I don't know. Do people say cho oishii? Cho yabai. そうね。あんまり使わないかな。正直ね。でも、超はね、めちゃくちゃスーパーな感じだけど、なんか説明するのはちょっと難しいかも。Okay, it is like, 超。Yeah, it is really super. Although the thing that you'll find a lot is that like when the ending syllable is a vowel, it does make things a little hard for the next word, so... Yes! Colonel, you're right. You could say something like 超難しい. For example, like 日本語を勉強するのは超難しい. Learning Japanese is super difficult. 超かわいい、超... Yeah. 超難しい. It's very like, super. Or super かわいい. 超かわいい. But it is not to be mixed up with chocho, which is butterfly. But 今日のコーデ. Everyone remembers like 今日, right? Today, no possessive particle, which means today's. コーデ is the word for OOTD, chat. Here's another little tidbit. If you ever see someone use the word コーデ or like code, today's code, コーデ is like OOTD, outfit of the day. It's your coordinate, pretty much. Coord. 今日のコーデ超かわいい. Today's outfit, today's OOTD, what the? OOTD is 超かわいい. And 昨日のコーデも超かわいかった. Yesterday's outfit was also super cute. 明日のコーデもかわいい. 超かわいい. And tomorrow's outfit is also super cute. You could also say 超暑い. It is super hot. Or, you know what you could also say? 超恥ずかしい. Super embarrassed or super shy by new jeans. I'm super shy. I'm超shy, but wait a minute, I'll be making my anyway. I love new jeans. Or if you want to say something is so disgusting, you can say 超気持ち悪い. 超気持ち悪い. So disgusting. It makes me feel so gross. Because, chat, the word 気持ち悪い, you know what 気持ち means, right? 気持ち is feeling. Feeling is 気持ち. And 悪い is bad. It is super feeling bad. But individually, they are their own words. 気持ち is feeling and 悪い is bad. But 気持ち悪い is to feel bad. So it's disgusting. Do you all understand? Cho and Nanka? Oh my god, Christmas Boba, hello! I can't believe I missed the lessons. When I see your streams, it's an kimochi. I'm glad. Welcome. Anyway, we have come to the recap time. The saigo bubun desu ne. We are now at recap center. And we have all of our words here, everyone. And I'm not gonna write how they're pronounced. I hope you just know what they are based on their meaning, right? We're gonna go through each of these one by one, and then we'll close off our lesson today with a nice little, I don't know, a nice little something. Alright. So everyone, I mean, this one is kind of easy. We just talked about this one. Cho. Super very. I want you all to pronounce this and write out phonetically what sound or what the word sounds like in Japanese. Cho. That's right. Cho. Super very. Cho kawaii. Cho mendoi. Yeah, that's true. Cho mendoi. Cho shindoi. Cho yabai. I mean, I feel like cho people kind of like don't really use anymore, to be honest. I mean, they do, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's very like slang, youngster vibes. Moving on, chat, I'm gonna circle it and you're gonna tell me how you spell it, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna circle it and you have to tell me how it's spelled. Do you know this? To get boba? Do you want boba? What is this? Nani kore? HJI55? Oh? Zayless, Magillette, The Lucky Hollow, yes. H. Bonnie, correct. Christopher, Christian, yes. Everyone, yes. William, hi, yes. Everyone, Tapiru. To get boba, to go drink boba. Do you want boba? And what about this one? Oh my god, that was a big circle. What about this one? It means earnestly. It is earnestly. 食べる、そしてタピる。そうだね。ガチ。Yes! It is gachi! Gachi de gachi! It is earnestly earnest. Gachi gachi. そうそうそう。いいね、みんな。頭がいいよね。Wow, I'm so happy. Chat, this one? Arguably one of the most important ones. This one is, なんだろうね。The thing that you support. The person, the thing you support. Oshi! You're Oshi! Yes! That's right! The person you stand, the thing you love. You push for them, you support them, you're pushing for their success. You're Oshi. Correct. Alright. これはなんだろうね。Party people. I kind of gave it away, but... Party people. なんだろうね。Party people. H-Body Patipi! That's right! Patipi! Cho Patipi! Oh my god, max power. That's so true. Cho Patipi. 私ってさ、めっちゃ超パリピ。パリピ。Yes, yes, yes! 皆様は僕の推しありがとう Thank you! 嬉しい Okay, パリピ Alright, not last one, this one? What is this? You're lacking energy, you're exhausted, you're so tired. Nothing, you don't want to do anything anymore. You feel like you're dying, chat. Shindoi. めっちゃしんどい。マジでしんどい。そうよね。マジしんどい。And then similarly, chat, we have a similar one. The beginning that we are changing out. What is that? What is that character here? That is not she. Mendoi. そうですよ。めんどい。マジめんどい。Speaking of Maji, I'm gonna give this one to you because I said it so many times already, but this is Maji, which is serious. Seriously, Maji. Maji de? Seriously? Maji? Serious? Alright, this one? Which one is this one, chat? It's incredible. Used to express strong feelings. What is this one? This one right here. Oh my gosh, I feel so strongly towards this thing. It is a little bit more than Yabai. Pete, yes. Nebs, yes. Michael, yes. Human, yes. Frozen pumpkin, yes. Tsuno, yes. Egui. めっちゃえぐくない？えぐい。Okay, what about this one? What about this? It's so that, chat. It is so that. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's so that. It's so that. Sorena? 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 マジでSorena? Nanka Sorena? It's like so that, right? Nanka Sorena? Gachi de Sorena? It's kind of like Sorewa, but Sorena? And then we have our Nanka. Nanka ne. Nanka Sorena? Nanka egu. Nanka shindoi. Nanka yabai. Listen, this is like a soundboard for me right now. Nanka ne. Sorena? Maji. Oshi tte. Maji de egui. Patipi? Patipi wa ne. Maji de mendoi. It's a soundboard. It's a soundboard of vocabulary, chat. Anyway, we have reached the end of our stream. And I hope you all learned a lot of slang, words that you can use with your friends. And I hope it was not so confusing. And I hope this helped you expand your brain and your mind. And I hope it was fun. I hate to be that teacher that's like so boring. You're like falling asleep and your eyeballs are like rolling in the back of your head and you're slumping over in your chair. Yes, chat, you all pass with flying colors. Literally 100%. If I was a teacher, a real teacher, I would give you all 10 stars. 10 stars. That was great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There is definitely more slang to be learned out there, but this is just a little tidbit into what it would be like to, you know, be a youngster texting with your friends, talking to people IRL. I'm not a real teacher. No, I am not certified in any way. What I was telling Sudachi is that I kind of just teach people the way that I would learn language, because I feel like there's certain ways that my brain retains knowledge by making things repetitive and finding patterns, and that's really what it is to learn anything. Really, is to like learn a pattern and apply the knowledge to that pattern. So, arigato. I learned something new. I'm glad. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I hope you learned something today. I hope it was fun. I always love doing these lessons because I just love learning. I love sharing knowledge. And with whatever brain cells I have left at 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm glad. I'm so happy to be able to share it with you. So thank you all. I love you all. 今日はありがとうございました、みんな。ありがとう。マジで楽しかった。超楽しかった。なんかね、パリピすぎて超楽しかった。みんなはパリピだよね。ガチで楽しかった。やばいよね。ちょっとやばい。Thank you everybody so much! Alex Chan! ありがとう、姫先生。ガチ。ガチだよね。ありがとう。Alex Chan, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it also. Thank you everybody. お疲れ様でした。See you later everybody. おつ。エグ。今日もエグ。パリピすぎて。マジで楽しかった。ありがとう Goodbye everyone! Have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you. There is... Oh, before we end chat, quickly. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. I'm going to Comic-Con tomorrow. I'm so excited. There's gonna be so many people and it's gonna be epic. So I'll see you all on Monday. Be awesome. Sewing? Cutting the grass? You're gonna cut the kusa? Cut the kusa. Ruffle. Rolling on floor laughing. I'm working this weekend. You're going to sleep now? Okay. Playing Smash Bros? Kirby and my PS4. Bye-bye. Goodbye, Tuna. See you later. Going to the beach. Oh my gosh, have so much fun. Gotta study. Okay. I hope your studying goes well, everybody. Otsukare-sama deshita. Going to Vancouver's anime convention next week. Have so much fun. That's gonna be so fun. Goodbye. I plan to play Kingdom Hearts. Enjoy. Ashita sleep. いいよね。明日のスリープ頑張って。Alright everyone. さようなら。ありがとうね。また来週ですね。会おう。じゃあな。バイバイ。チュー大好き。バイバイ。バイ。Goodbye Kevin Chen. Goodbye Midze. お疲れ。Goodbye everyone. Krista. See you later. Amber. Tuna, goodbye Zalis, Christopher Luminous Prom, goodbye Mercenary Badoo, Tuna, goodbye Brendan Dobbs, Jacob, to Eris, Tadashi, goodbye Carlos, John, goodbye Zurgale, I'm Fight Centric, Gary Gray, see you later Julius, Retro, Andrew, see you later everyone, bye bye!